The land is tormented by dragons, and hordes of monsters rise from the very heart of dark magic known as Fair. A band of heroes rise to fight off the plague, but which of them will capture the minds and hearts of the people of Euthia and live on forever in its history books? Get the most reputation points and find out. The game is set, with each player having their hero boards and related tokens. On the main board, you'll have the starting tile denoted by the scenario, and tiles arranged and denoted by the scenario as well. The mining and combat board is here, as well as the round tracker here, and the trading and knowledge boards are here. The different scenarios will also call for a different dragon the heroes will be fighting. Have the appropriate card for it according to player count. Now let's begin our quest. On the active player's turn, they'll use their action tokens to perform actions. These can be used for either the top or bottom action, but can be used in any combination. You'll total your movement points you have and can use the other actions you kept, either mining or combat or trade, between movement if you want. Movement is done by simply moving onto a hex on a tile. Should your hero be adjacent to an undiscovered area, flip over the top tiles and place it with the correct orientation. Tiles unlock possible mining areas, points of interest like market, quests, elementals, and of course, monsters. Quests can be obtained from people like the hunter who wants trophies for prize or places of legend. Elementals affect gameplay within their tile and possible adjacent ones. Markets allow you to buy items and equipment. Don't like what you see? Refresh it once for free or pay gold per every time after that. Items and equipment can also affect your carrying limit shown with these sacks here. If you lose space, denote it by using these tiles here. Obviously, equipment will grant the hero some bonuses from defense and offense to adding movement points. Look out for sets of armors and amulets as well, as these give you bonuses depending on how many pieces of the set you have. On top of all that, equipment will have sockets used to place gems in. That's where the mining action comes in. Depending on what hex you're in, you'll draw the appropriate tile, take the reward, and place one of your mining tokens there. You can't mine the same area twice, but if you're the first to discover the mine, the other players will have to pay you 1 gold for the token you have there, and then they'll place their token there as well. Gems have various effects. Feel free to pause the video and look at this appendix. Obviously, you can't have a fantasy game without combat, and this, to me, is where Euthia Torment of Resurrection shines. When a player enters the tile with a monster and has a combat action available, a fight will ensue. First, draw a card from the player control deck until you draw the first card from a player that is not the player who is in combat. That player will control the monster for this battle. They'll draw a monster card according to what is on the tile. 1, 2, or 3 swords. They'll then receive a number of silver or gold cards as shown here, chaos tokens, and guard tokens. The cards will show a monster damage if they roll the numbers in these ranges here. Chaos tokens are used in conjunction with the monster cards that some monsters have, which the opposing player controls. Then the heroes take their turn. Damage is removed from HP until one side is defeated. The death of a monster will gain the hero the rewards as listed in the back of the card and here on the tile. Then the hero will place a hero token on the monster icon, making it no longer available. If a hero is slain, the player controlling the monster takes the hero token. These are worth reputation points at the end of the game. The dragons pretty much work the same way, with no player controlling them, just doing basic damage, but hits award reputation points. With these reputation points, you'll have your heroes level up. When this happens, they'll choose between the hero ability tiles of the same rep to form a skill branch of sorts. When the dragon is defeated or we reach the end of the round the scenario calls for, we count reputation points. You'll take gold corresponding to your hero's ability tiles, slots unlocked, equipment and items, and from selling natural resource cards and gems, and they'll score rep points, gaining 1 point per every 5 gold. You'll then add points for hero tokens on the map, interaction tokens, trade tokens, other hero tokens won in combat and quests, and the player with the most reputation points wins. So as you can see, there's a lot going on in Euthia, from the great components to all the mechanics that we just couldn't cover all here. But I'll touch on them as we give our thoughts. First of all, the game is the closest thing to the Diablo video game franchise series we've ever played in a board game form. So if you're a fan of that, you'll love Euthia. The resource management aspect of the game, from inventory space to action tokens, gives the Euro lovers something to look forward to as well. The luck factor is kept to a minimum, especially with the guard tokens, as these can be used to make rerolls or force a hero character to reroll their dice, as well as She's Intervention's black die. What I really liked about the game is the creative uses and abilities of the different heroes and how they play. The Ciri, for example, can have a skill tree where she gains points easily by defeating other heroes when controlling monsters. So yeah, there's a lot of different avenues for reputation points and strategy. We can't give a full review because incredibly, this is actually just a prototype, and the designer and publishers told me everything will fit perfectly. So we can't wait to see this one. You should as well. Check out their Kickstarter, and as always, if you like it, back it.